Take human life, you value human life?
Yeah.
How do you feel about abortion?
It all depends. That's a tricky subject.
Sounds like you value human life.
I do value human life.
Alicia, how do you feel about abortion?
I feel that it's a woman's right to choose, and every situation is a different situation.
I'm for abortion.
You know, that's a tricky situation. I am pro-life, but, you know, it's really easy from the outside to say, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that, but until you're actually in that situation, there's no saying what you will do. I mean, it's really...
If you're pro-life, you believe it's a baby in the womb?
Absolutely, yes.
When does it become a life?
Well, it kind of does at the start, but it's not as much until after 3 months.
This is actual footage of a baby in the womb at just 6 weeks, 6 days of age. You can clearly see the baby's eyes, hands, and heartbeat.
There's a fetus there, not a baby.
You don't think it's a baby?
Not yet, not until 3 months.
Do you think it's a baby in the womb?
Yes.
Okay, finish the sentence for me, okay? It's okay to kill a baby in the womb when?
I don't know.
Do you think it's a baby in the womb?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, finish the sentence for me. It's okay to kill a baby in the womb when?
If it comes from something that shouldn't have happened.
When does it become a life?
That's a tough one.
Well, here's a question. If you're in doubt, okay, I'm a construction worker and I see a building and I say to you, I'm just going to blow up that building in a minute. There's a possibility there's somebody in there, I just don't know, but I'm going to blow it up anyway. What would you say to me? I'm not sure if there's life in that building or not, but I'm going to blow it up anyway. Have you had an abortion?
Actually, yes, I have.
Do you feel guilty about it?
No.
What justifies the killing of a baby in a womb?
If you can't support it when it comes out.
I think it's better to have a plan. I think it's, you know, if you're going to do something like that, you should definitely give it much, much more thought. It's not something you should, you know, just lightly say, oh, well, let's just go do it, you know?
Can you say that's like saying, look, before you bury those Jews alive, just give us some thought and then bury them alive? You see the...
Yeah, I see where you're going with this. I guess you could say it's kind of the same thing.
Here's you, Frank, you would give your life for Jews who are going to die anyway, and yet you won't speak up against the murder of children in the womb. I would like you to say, that is wrong. To kill a child in the womb, the safest place on earth is a mother's womb, and to actually go in there and destroy a human life. Why? For selfish reasons.
Depending, I guess, right? I mean, it would depend on the reasons.
Well, tell me a reason for killing a baby in the womb.
Well, I mean, you know, if it's rape or something like that, you know what I mean? Which is, I know, a tough decision, but that's mentally, you know, for...
Why is it tough? Why would you kill the baby for the crime of the father? Which is worse, murder or rape? You're murdering a child, taking another life because of the crime of the father. Who knows when life begins?
I wouldn't know.
Do you think God knows when life begins?
I think, yeah, probably.
And do you know what the 6th commandment is?
No.
It says you shall not kill. So you should say it's never right to kill a child in the womb. And Hitler declared Jews as non-humans, and that's what you're doing when you're saying it's not a baby until 3 months. That's what I think. It's very subjective. And if you're not sure, it's taking a terrible risk with somebody else's life. Imagine if someone said that about you when you were just on 3 months old, and they decided to kill you because of selfish reasons.
I wouldn't want other people to judge me, so I wouldn't want to do that to other people. So whatever their decision is, you know, it's between them and God.
It's their baby.
Whose baby?
The mother.
She's got the right to kill it.
If she feels she can't take care of it, or she
So that's criteria. I can't take care of this, it's going to interfere with my life, I'll kill it.
Yes.
Wow. You value human life?
Yeah.
Were you a Christian?
In a sense, I believe in God completely.
So what's the 6th commandment?
I don't know.
You shall not kill. Why would you advocate the murder of a child in the womb if you know God says you shall not kill? You should be dogmatically against the killing of children in the womb. It's the safest place on earth, a woman's womb, so why would you say it's okay to kill children in the womb?
There's no way that you're going to change my opinion on this, because I believe it is a woman's choice. I personally would not do it, but I believe it should be a choice.
You know, there's all sorts of medical problems, there's all sorts of birth defects, whatever. So you know that their quality of life is going to be pretty much restrained into a 9-by-9 hospital room.
So you're saying...
I really think that it's fair to kind of live that. You know what I mean? What type of quality of life is that?
The Nazis are in front of you. They're going to kill kids with Down syndrome. They're going to kill them all. They did this. You think that's okay then?
No, absolutely not.
They've got a bad quality of life.
Definitely not. And who's to say that they have a bad quality of life?
There's no possible way that that child will have a good life, so why raise that child to have a bad life?
How can you make that judgment when the child's not born? I can say that about any child. This child could have a bad life. I think I'll kill it. What about you? It's okay to kill a baby in the womb when?
When you're really messed up and you're about to beat that kid or something.
We're talking about a Holocaust in America, in our country, that's sanctioned by the government. Do you think it's okay to kill kids in the womb?
I don't think it's okay. I just don't think that...
But isn't that like what Nazi Germany was about? It's like saying, what Hitler did was wrong. I think it's his choice. I don't think it's okay, but he did it, and it was his choice to do so, and he had the sanction of the German people because they allowed him in, so it's okay, but even though it, I don't agree with it. Can you see it's a similar thing?
I guess when you put it like that, it is very similar, yeah. It's very similar to say that, I guess me saying that it's okay for someone to choose is the same thing as saying it's okay for Hitler to choose.
You're going to change your stance on it?
Yeah, it's definitely making me think, yeah.
I'd like you to feel like you would in Germany when Jews are being killed all around you. You'd be horrified, and we've got a Holocaust in America where real babies are being murdered because of a woman's choice, and it's legal. It's like Nazi Germany. He did it legally. He didn't do anything legally wrong.
But I think in some situations, it can be necessary.
Do you think it's a baby in the womb?
Yeah.
So finish the sentence off for me. Killing a baby in the womb is okay when?
There we go. Never.
Brittany, I noticed you called it a child. So finish the sentence for me. It's okay to kill a child in the womb when?
Well, maybe it's just okay if you adopt it out and just not keep it, because if somebody is not ready for it.
So you're saying that you're changing your mind about abortion right now?
Yes. Yes. It sounds bad when you put it in that kind of words.
Would you ever vote for someone who was for the killing of children in the womb?
No.
Well, that's great. So have you just changed your mind about abortion?
Yeah, it's not something I've thought about much, but I figured if I was ever in a situation like that, I'd just give it up for adoption if I couldn't take care of it myself, but I've never really thought of it like that, I guess.
Isn't that great to give it up for adoption instead of killing it?
Yeah.
It's a wonderful option, adoption. And just as you felt strongly about the life of Jews, and we need to rise up as one person to speak against it, don't you think we need to do that when it comes to the issue of abortion?
I think you have a valid point there.
So
I never paralleled those two.
The Holocaust and abortion.
Yeah.
I feel like it should be allowed because it is a choice, but I feel like I personally would not do it. It's just...
I'm making you... So you wouldn't kill Jews, but it's okay for someone else to kill them?
Yes.
So what would you say to someone like you in Germany that says, well, you should never kill Jews, but I think people should have the right to do it?
I don't think... Oh.
Because that's what you say.
That is what I said, huh? Okay.
So have you just changed your mind about abortion?
Yes, I've just changed my mind about abortion.
So you're going to vote differently in future? When you do vote?
The shiz. Yeah.
You mean that?
Yeah.
So you changed your mind about abortion?
Yeah, when you put it that way, it does change your mind.
It's never okay to kill a baby in the womb.
Okay, so you're going to change your mind about abortion?
Yes, I am.
You're going to vote differently in future?
Yes, vote against abortion.
It's okay to kill a baby in the womb when?
In my heart, I would say never.
So have you just changed your mind about abortion?
Yes, I have.
You think it's a baby in the womb?
Yes.
So what justification is there for killing a baby in the womb? Can you think of one?
For killing a baby in the womb. Well, I think everyone's situation is...
Give me a situation where you could say, yeah, that's justifiable. You can kill that baby because of...
You know what? I can't think of one.